look, overall, it was a top performance from yourselves. And I mean, I said it, and I want to get validation really from City fans. Was it your greatest night in European football?
Greatest night.
I,
I know.
I think I think it
No,
was. I think it was. Come on,
No,
this
it
is a big
wasn't.
team. Come
no.
on, you know why I'm
No.
I'm saying that because I remember. Okay, I remember the Bayern Munich comeback. Remember the 3-2. We were 2-0 down to Bayern. That was also great. I know the Dortmund game. Remember when we were playing Dortmund and Foden scores. But this particular one, I can put it like one of the best out there is we were playing Bayern Munich, and it's not like we're playing mugs. And that front four for Bayern was scary. Let's be honest. We're talking about Musiala, we're talking about Sane, we're talking
Yeah,
about
but they had Tuchel.
Gnabry. Yeah, but you get my point is they are still Bayern. And for us, and somebody just saw the article here says City made Bayern look average. And that's what City did. Made Bayern Munich look average. We
Mm.
made them look average. Like Sane tried, but the rest of the players that have been hyped by people throughout, I'm just saying 3-0 without conceding, as Hamza says, that's next level, to be honest.
It
I never expected not to concede. I thought it was going to be a 3-1 in my preview, but
No, I hear that,
it's
Patrick.
not.
I hear that. I hear that. But the reason why I don't quite rate it that high is because, again, I thought that the firing of Nagelsmann was a mistake. So I wasn't quite rating this type of Bayern with Tuchel. I wasn't. I thought it was going to be. I was a lot more calmer because I was really worried with Nagelsmann that would have had them for obviously the entire season and had them prepared. And he's the one that navigated through the group stages and had this defensive record that we were all really concerned with. So I don't quite put this win up there, but I hear you. And at the same time, I know the results against Real Madrid wasn't what we wanted. But that first leg, that performance in a
Tough
semi, I rate higher than this right now in the quarters.
Yeah, I hear
I
you
agree
on
with
that.
that.
I hear you on that. If you go on to win it, maybe you'll look back at this and be like, "Oh, it depends what you do in the other rounds." To be fair, viewers, make sure like buttons are being smashed and you're subscribing, and of course, check out Tops now. There is the website you can see on the screen now. When you click on that link or scan the QR code, that is where it will take you. You'll see when you scroll down. Sign up today and get 10% off as well. You literally put your email address in, as you can see on the screen, and get yourself signed up and ready to go. So scan the QR code now or click on the link in the description and make sure you're ready for Tops Now, the Champions League archive. New cards coming out in the next couple of days. Mo's joining us here as well. So a big night for your boys Inter Milan. 2-0 win away at Benfica. They were my dark horses, to be fair. Talk to me, Mo.
It wasn't Benfica weren't great. This is the first time I actually watched them for 90 minutes after the group stage, and they weren't that great. Inter weren't great, but we created a lot of chances, and we just the team with more experience actually wins like 2-0 up. I think we're through to the semi-final. 2-0 away from home. That we cannot bottle it from here, to be honest. That would be weird. That would be very strange. And Inter, listen, this is the Champions League. It's anybody's game at this moment. I know City fans like keep saying, "Oh yeah, we have this, we have that. We can smash teams left and right." But again, and I want to respond to Hamza and say, well, just one thing, Hamza. You have the second team in La Liga behind Barcelona, who went out in the group stage and they got smashed they got out by Manchester United, and you have Chelsea, who are struggling 12th or 11th in the Premier League. So, and you have Bayern Munich, this is the worst Bayern Munich in the last 5-6 years, my friend.
No
So
way.
yeah, it is. But facts, these are facts. They because they are 2 points only ahead of Dortmund. They are struggling in the league. There is a reason why Nagelsmann was sacked. The players on paper, yes, they look great. And I watch Bayern Munich sometimes. They look great on paper. But Bayern Munich actually in the Bundesliga, they concede goals. Their play is not great. And I expected City to I was actually on City's horse from the beginning. I said City will go through. There was no doubt. And even with Thomas Tuchel, I don't rate Thomas Tuchel. I never rated him as a good manager. That Champions League win for me was the same as Di Matteo's Champions League win with Chelsea. It was exactly the same. And you did the job. So for my team, I'm waiting for Napoli or Milan to play, and maybe we'll see you in the final if you can go past Real Madrid. Maybe
Mo,
only
real
if
quick,
you can.
who was the top performer for Inter? Like who really stood out for you today?
Brozovic again, our defensive midfielder, Brozovic, and Barella, of course, the guy that is rumored to be on City, Liverpool, and Chelsea's radar now. But anyway, Inter today. Not a lot of people watched the game. I did a watch along for it, so I actually didn't watch the City game at all because I knew that City was smashed Bayern Munich. I wasn't surprised. I know why Terry is surprised. You're surprised by the score line. I know you guys, City fans, are like surprised. You are expected to beat this Bayern Munich at home. Maybe not 3-0. But yeah, but in the Champions League. But did you see what happened in there is a difference between Inter and City. You are playing at home. And again, you have to understand that Bayern Munich in the beginning of the season, they were cruising the league and they struggled. They lost a
but
lot
Mo,
of
it's
games.
not the league. It's not the league, man. It's how they've been performing in Champions League.
Right, again, after the Champions League, did you like in the Champions League? They were great in the group stage, yes, but again, it's not. I'm not downplaying. I'm not downplaying.
Sounds like
Hamza,
it. Sounds like
no. I'm just thinking, why are you guys surprised? No, you are the best team in the world, aren't you? That's what I've been told.
But we respect.
No, we're not the best team in the world.
You're not the best team in the world at the moment.
Listen, we can't be humble.
We're not even top in our league. What are you doing?
Arsenal are better than us so far.
So Arsenal at the moment, they are the best team in the world. Is that what you're saying?
Never, no chance. You can't.
So Arsenal are top of the league. Arsenal are top of the league. How can we claim?
But they're not the best team in the world. There's no Bayern Munich.
I think they might be.
No way. Europa League bottling to a team that's sitting fourth in the Portuguese league.
You're muted.
You're on mute.
Robin, wait, one at a time. Nobin, do you think Arsenal are the best team in the world?
Oh hell, is this going to get clipped?
Yes.
Based on right now, I think they've got a really good argument to be because
they have a strong argument. You're right.
Yeah, because let's take it league by. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about PSG. Let's take the German league. Bayern are the strongest league, strongest team in that league so far, and we've seen them tonight, and we've seen them in the league. They're struggling. Maybe Napoli. I tell you what, it's between Napoli or Arsenal. I think. Real Madrid, they're in the Champions League, but they can't even. But they're like, 13 points behind Barca. Barca are doing very good in their league, but they've been weirdly inconsistent elsewhere. So I think it would be fair to say that right now, look, it might change. Maybe City go on to win the league, and my mind would be changed. But as it stands, I think it probably is safe to say that either Arsenal or Napoli are currently the best team in the world. I don't think that's an outrageous statement, in fairness. I mean, Hamza, you're shaking your head.
Can I have my argument? Hamza,
Hamza, Arsenal are the best team in the world right now. They are.
Hamza, you speak. Hamza, you say why they're not, and then I'm going to go to Mo.
It's a joke. It's a joke. A team that crumbles. First, for you to be the best team in the world, I'm sorry, you're playing a second-rated competition, Europa League. I'm not disrespecting them. And Terry, they can't even beat Sporting Lisbon. They could not beat a team that's sitting fourth.
So if it's not Arsenal, who is it then?
No, by far. Manchester City or Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. This thing to you, or add Barcelona. I don't mind adding. But I'm not adding a team that lost against Sporting Lisbon, in Europa League, getting dunked on, and then you're telling me to go and tell Real Madrid fans why no way. There's no Arsenal will get thumped with Bayern Munich. Arsenal will get thumped with Real Madrid.
Disrespect.
There's level to this game. No, you can't just because of the league. They're doing so well because they're not playing any other competition. They're not playing FA Cup.
Oh, that's a good point.
They can't. Mark my words. You will see next year. I promise you, Terry, to prove they will get knocked out probably in group stage or round of 16. How can you be the best team in the world when you're bottling Europa League? That's a joke statement. I'm not going to accept that.
Fair point.
So basically, all I want to say is simply, you can be not the best team in the league in the beginning of the season, but in the last 2 months, nobody in the world is better than City. Pep Guardiola cracked the code with Alvarez in the team, with Haaland in the team. It doesn't matter who plays. So City are the best team in the world in the league by points and in the Champions League. Nobody would want to face City in the world at the moment. Even Arsenal fans wouldn't want to face City at this moment. It's undeniable that you are the best team in the world now. And it's not only the last 2-3 weeks. You have been the best in the world for the last 2 months now. Results don't lie. Statistics don't lie. On eyes, I'm watching the City and I'm enjoying City. And I'm enjoying City going forward. They are joy to watch. Now, Pep Guardiola cracked the code with 3 in the back and 2 in the middle with five defenders and 5 attackers. He cracked the code. You guys are downplaying your team. You are absolutely the best team in the world now for the last 2 months. Napoli have lost to Inter, Lazio, and Milan slapped them 4-0. Have you ever been slapped in the league 4-0? Never. At home. It will never happen. You are the best team in the world now, and it's your competition to lose. Don't tell me Heritage and stuff. You beat Heritage today, right? Bayern Munich are Heritage. You beat Heritage today, so that's out of the door.
No,
It's
that's not out of the
done.
door. We have the second
it
leg.
is out.
We have the second leg. Mo,
Oh
relax,
my God!
relax.
Come on! No, V. I'm not taking this 3-0, and you're going to Munich, and you're expecting me to think that you're gonna lose 4-0 or by at least 4. Come on! This is gonna
No, I'm not
be.
saying all that. I'm not saying all
It's
that.
never gonna happen, my friend. It's never gonna happen. You are
But
in the semifinal.
Terry, can
Come
I ask
on.
more question?
Yep.
More. Let me just make it clear. Bayern was in the same group as you, Barcelona, and another team, and they dunked on all of you. They only conceded 2 goals. They
Yep.
thumped you. Yeah.
Fantastic.
The fact
Let me
that-
respond.
this is why I'm humbled.
You weren't top of the league. Arsenal were, but now you're better. So Bayern
No,
Munich were
I'm-
great
I'm
then.
saying-
Yes, they were
I'm
great
saying-
then. Hamza,
I'm-
they were good.
I'm saying you said, oh, you never watched, you thought it's gonna be. No, I respect Bayern. The way I saw them walk your group, I thought these guys are dangerous. And I'm telling you now,
Mo,
you
it's
just
because of the
played-
manager. Change in manager. You're seeing a change in
That's
team.
one thing. Manager thing,
Okay,
one
okay.
thing. And in the last 2 months, Bayern Munich, guys, Bayern Munich lead went from 9 points to at some point Dortmund were top of the league. So how are you guys telling me that you wouldn't? And on the contrary, you actually cut the league. The league is in your hand right now against this
I
Arsenal
agree.
team. So absolutely, you are in the driving seat going to this game. They changed the manager. Thomas Tuchel is struggling. He had 2 weeks with the players, lost his first game against Freiburg in the cup. How are you guys telling me you're not going in? You are in the most stable period of your club. Come on.
Mo, I think it's the humbleness. I'm sorry. It's the humbleness. We don't
Humble
quite want to say that we're the best in the world. So I think that's
But
the
you
thing
are,
that we're trying
V?
to get
Is
over.
that what you are, V, right? You are.
We possibly are. We possibly are. But we're reluctant to say it. But I hear you, Mo. You brought up some really good points.
I want to. Speaking of best in the world, where does Ake currently rate in terms of? I'm going to say left backs because that's where he's been at his best this year. Where does he currently rank, Nobbins?
I think he's the from a Premier League perspective. I think he's the best left back in the Premier League this season. Just trying to think who else there might be.
Well, Cancelo's gone.
Yeah. Luke Shaw has been set. I think this season he's been the best Premier League left back. Does anyone want to challenge that?
Is he a left back? He's not a left back. He's a left center back. You're playing 3 in the back now, on paper and officially.
It's a hybrid at times because he has gone out there.
Than that. It would be more accurate to label him as a left back.
So he's better offensively than Zinchenko. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, by far better. I said Nobin.
This season needs to be better than Zinchenko. Yeah, definitely. That I didn't realize that was actually in dispute.
Yeah, why is that a thing?
100%.
Did you see what happened to Zinchenko just the other night?
Yeah.
Trent took his goal.
I said Nobin last week. I even posted. I said he's the best left back in the world. People came up from, oh my God, how could I said relax? He's the best. Like this season, you have to put your hand up. Why are we not crediting Ake? Ake and Grealish have been carrying our team. Ake has been the best left back in the world. Forget Theo Hernandez and Theo Hernandez. Look what he did to Saka. He against Saka, and Saka is one of the best wingers in the world. He made Saka look nothing. Saka had to be substituted in the FA Cup. Second when we played Arsenal again, Saka was nowhere to be seen. When Ake again today pocketed Kingsley Coman. Then even one time, Leroy went on his side. He got Kingsley Coman to come on the other side. They had to substitute because he was struggling against Ake. Ake this season, name me one best left back in the world than Ake. Name me.
Did you say a minute ago that he's better than Zinchenko offensively in an attacking sense as well?
They all said that.
I didn't specify offensively. I just said overall. But
I'll say in our system, he's a lot more trusted offensively when asked to do the role because we know that he's going to have the sense of awareness to also know where danger's coming to not be a liability defensively. That's why all round, even when we are in attack, we know there's not a chance of something happening behind him, which has always been a concern for City fans with Zinchenko.
Interesting. I love how like I kind of like how in football now we're celebrating defenders whose defensive capabilities come first. I'm enjoying that. Maybe that's why everyone's rating AWB again. I don't know, but I saw Gunners have got something to say about that. He was sensational again tonight, though. Ake, he just doesn't put a foot wrong defensively. He is so strong. The kind of arc in his career, this last, because I swear a summer ago he was nearly gone, almost like it didn't matter if he left or not.
This past summer, he was almost at Chelsea.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, they would have much preferred him over Cucurella.
How much do you think is worth now, Terry? So Chelsea were asked to pay 40 million, and they didn't want to pay 40 million. I think that's the number that they wanted, 40 million pounds. How much do we think is worth now? But above 50 million pounds at least, if he's to go? More. You're telling me that Ake is worth more than 50 million pounds.
He's 27 years old. He's 27 years old, playing the best left back. Now, all centre back, even you can play. He plays different position. There's no doubt to me. He's indispensable. You cannot sell Ake. I wanted him off the club. Yeah.
How much? So if I come to you now, you're the chairman, and I've got unlimited checkbook. I'll give you the check, and you can write down any figure you want. How much would it take for you to get Ake off you?
Give me 150 million. 150, 100%. I'm not joking. I'm not selling.
He's got good hair. He's got good hair. That's what the premium's for.
No, okay, 100 million. I'm not going to sell him. No way I'm selling Ake. I'm telling you now. He's been our best player. Why would I sell my best player? That would be the biggest mistake ever. I will never sell him.
Terry, are you an Arsenal chairman? Because if you are, we're not selling you anything.
Yeah, well, you banned that now because you guys are scared of him. We know that one already.